Our next guest is a very funny comedian and host of the podcast Entry Level with Brooks Wheelan. New episodes are released every Monday. Please welcome back to the show my friend Brooks Wheelan. How are you, Brooks?
Hey, I'm perfect.
So wonderful to see you. We were supposed to see you earlier this month. You were booked, as well as Ted Danson, on January 6th. I don't need to tell everybody that's the day that the Capitol was stormed. And we agreed to reschedule you. And in place of you, we booked Killer Mike to talk about both the events of that day and his activism. You agreed with that decision.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a poor decision to not have me comment on a bunch of Al Bundys taking over the Capitol. So I was like, let's have Killer Mike maybe talk about this for a second.
I was texting with some of our mutual friends. Tim Robinson was one of them. I was texting with John Oliver as well. And I was saying, I half wanted to keep you on because I thought there might be a chance that you hadn't heard about the Capitol riots yet.
And that's exactly what happened. I was texting with John because he's the best. And I told him that I wasn't watching the news on purpose that day because I love doing your show and it's so fun. I want to be in a positive mood. And the news makes me in a terrible mood. So I was like, I just won't watch. And then, we record this at like noon LA time or whatever. I get an email. Hey, we're going to push it due to the Capitol events. And I was like, I guess we should probably check that out. And I went to like CNN, and I was like, okay, it looks pretty legit. And then I decided, let's go to Fox News to see if they're even commenting. And they were. And that's the scariest thing is when Fox News is also like, it's pretty bad.
You tweeted that you agree with the decision to put Killer Mike on the show. And then this was really exciting. Killer Mike now following you. So you got to follow from Killer Mike plus love and respect. So that was the whole day was a pretty good outcome.
Best day of my life, January 6th, 2021. I'm the new LP. That's pretty exciting. Our music might not be as good anymore, but we're having fun.
Rescheduling you is always bittersweet, but it was even more bittersweet that no matter what happened on the 6th, you weren't going to be here in person. When you were here in 2015 in person, which is actually your Twitter photo, I'm very honored to be your Twitter photo.
Well, okay, you were my boss, man. You got me hired at SNL. Like you've really helped my career a lot. And anytime you get to drink Keystone Lights on national television with somebody you respect, that's a Twitter bio. I don't know what to tell you.
You did bring Keystone Lights. I had forgotten this, that I had a Keystone Light, and then you had one, and then you had a backup Keystone in your pocket.
There's two in there. I got one in the other guy, too.
But did you bring a Keystone Light so we can continue the tradition?
I did, and I also want to say this is what would have been funny if we did it January 6th. We would have been doing this bit, drinking Keystone Lights, daring an insurrection, and really Killer Mike saved the day.
I got them. So you got a whole pack.
Well,
great.
Here's the problem with living on the West Coast. This is not a West Coast beer. I had to go to 5 grocery stores.
What coast beer is it? I guess it's an East Coast.
Keystone is Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania beer. Right. Of course, Keystone. And I hope you know this, Brooks. This is my first Keystone since the last one we had together.
Mine too. You did this to me. This is your bit.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Seth.
That's exactly how I remembered it.
Yep, hot. I love a hot Keystone.
Keystone right now is balancing whether they're going to use that photo of you because they're like free advertising, but the face you made, they might be on the fence.
No, true story. Last time I did it, another friend of ours, Cecily Strong, hit me up for my address. Keystone Light sent me 3 30-packs to my house in LA. Ruined my refrigerator for about 2 months, but I appreciate it.
All right, well, let's get them up one more time to make sure you get a couple more 30-packs. There you go. Get the label out. Great. Perfect.
Perfect. That's called being funny on TV.
They're going to be real happy with that. Brooks, you talked about Keystone giving you free stuff. You actually got some free stuff from ASICS, the running shoe brand. This is such a perfect Brooks story. You decided in the middle of the pandemic to run a marathon, but not the first marathon you ran. Well, just talk us through how it came about.
Here's how it happened real quick. Okay, drunk with my friend, adds up. I said, I don't think marathons are hard. He said, that can't be true. I said, I'll run tomorrow for $500. He said, deal. This is at maybe 1 a.m. So at noon, I go to run my marathon.
So this is just when you're going to run for 26 miles using a running app.
26.2 miles, yeah, using Runkeeper. So but before we left, he decided I need to run it under the average, which I did not sign up for. I didn't think I could do that. But then we looked it up. Oprah runs the average. I felt like I could beat Oprah. No offense to Oprah. I just feel like I should be faster than her. So I go and I do it. I do it in 4 hours and 16 minutes, and it's not that hard. And I brag about it, and I say marathons aren't hard. But cut to a few days later, I destroyed my knee. I got iliotibial band syndrome, and I couldn't walk for about 6 months. So they are hard, and I'm a liar. Then ASICS hits me up to say, hey, what if you trained correctly, psychopath? And we'll see how you do that way. And I did it. I trained appropriately for 3 months with ASICS, and then went to run another marathon. This is a month ago. And I was going pretty fast, trying to run a 3 hour, 30-minute marathon. And I was trying to parlay into another sponsorship. So at the half marathon mark, I slammed a 20-ounce Mountain Dew to say Mountain Dew is good for you, and it will help you run marathons. And my body seized up immediately. I had to lay down for about 20 minutes, and I ran much slower than my first marathon time. And ASICS wasn't stoked, but I did get some free Mountain Dew stuff.
All right. So you are kind of you're kind of piggybacking one of these into the next, which is classic Brooks style.
Yeah. Hillbilly juice and nice shoes.
So your first half marathon, the first half before you had the Mountain Dew, you were actually on a pretty good pace, right?
I was running a 3 hour and 15-minute pace, which is shockingly fast for me.
That's shockingly fast for most people. That's a very fast pace.
Yeah, so it's just proof that Mountain Dew will derail anything you have going.
Now, we were lucky enough, again, like better days, and thank goodness of the timing of it. When I was going out and touring, getting ready for my stand-up special, you were on the road with me, and it was such a delight. It was such fun hangout times. And you actually got to meet and sort of see up close what my dad was like.
Yes. Okay. So that's the other thing. Like, you ever get those on your phones like, hey, remember last year this time? And for me, this summer, remember last year, it was like July 2019. It was you and me and Shoemaker and your brother having the best time of our lives, going to your Netflix taping and then Lonely Island specials. And then for me, the best part of touring with Seth Meyers is seeing Larry Myers lay into Seth Meyers in the morning about what jokes didn't work the night before. Because you texted me, I'm upstairs at the hotel room in Pittsburgh, and you're like, hey, we're having breakfast if you want to come down. Of course, that sounds awesome. I didn't know I was coming down into like a think tank between Seth and Larry about what you should do for your Netflix special. And it was great because I never see anybody give you guff. You know, you're Seth Meyers and you're my old boss. So your dad was just telling you, do you remember your football helmet joke?
Yeah.
Okay, so you liked their football helmet joke. I thought it was okay. Larry Myers goes, not funny. And so I start laughing really hard because I'm seeing my friend Seth get yelled at by his dad. And then your dad goes, I've got notes for you too. And he did. He told me how much more comfortable I looked second set, and he didn't think I should open with this joke. And he was right.
That's the bummer. Like, you want to be able to say, you don't know, Dad, and then you take his notes and you're up on stage saying, like, this feels a lot better tonight.
Yeah, Larry Myers knows what he's talking about.
Well, he will be, I don't need to tell you, very happy to hear that. Brooks, it is always a full delight. Here's a Keystone toast to you, and I hope to see you in person again soon, buddy.
Dude, I can't wait. You're the best, Seth. Thanks.
You're the best, Brooks. New episode of Entry Level with Brooks Wheelan are available on Mondays wherever you listen to your podcast.